Welcome to your yoga class for today. We are doing an active yoga flow with twists and inversions. So if you want to get started, grab a yoga mat, put some comfy clothes on, and let's do this. So we're going to start in child's pose. Sit back on your heels, extend the arms forward onto your mat, and let your heart sink down and your forehead touch the floor. And we start to breathe. Breathe in deep through your nose and out, in and out through your nose. Let's find your center to prepare for our class ahead. Relax your shoulders, relax your legs and your hips. Close your eyes. Take a few more deep breaths. Okay, come forward to your hands and knees, taking your hands underneath your shoulders. So you walk them back and knees underneath the hips. And we'll start with some spinal flexibility for warm-up. Arch the back and look up. Then round your back and look down. Cat and cow poses. And we just do a few rounds, maybe one more. Come back to a neutral position so your body is flat, and then walk the hands forward about, hand distance or so. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, and then push back into downward facing dog. We're not here in this first down dog for too long, but you can do a little bit of movement, pedaling the feet. Then walk your feet forward right behind the hands. Feet about hip distance apart, fold it low, grab your elbows, do a little sway side to side. Just relax, shake out the head. You can shake yes and no. And release your hands down to the floor. Bend your knees and roll yourself up slowly. So you come to a standing position. From standing position, take the feet together and stand at the top of the mat. For our warm-up, we do 3 sun salutation A's, 2 sun salutation B's, and then we get into the work of class. So with sun salutation A, stand up tall in a mountain pose. As you inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, open up the arms, diving down. Inhale to a flat back extension, look forward. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Take a breath right here. You can drop to your knees if you'd like to. I'll do that for the first one. Exhale as you bend the elbows to a tricep push-up. Look forward. Up dog, pressing that heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes under, press back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Fingers spread wide. Heels towards the floor. And we walk the feet forward. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees a little as you rise. Take your hands to your heart. Exhale. We got 2 more. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Lift halfway, inhale. Step back to plank pose, exhale. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, low plank, tricep push-up. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 3 breaths again. Feet stay hip distance, and your heels turned out slightly. The end of that exhale, step forward. Half lift, forward fold, look forward, bend the knees a little and rise up. Hands to your heart. Do it again, reach. Last one, exhale, swan dive. Half lift, step or jump back to plank. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, press your heart forward, up dog. Exhale, use your core strength to draw back to down dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3, bend your knees, step or jump forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, rise up. Hands to your heart. Bring your hands by your side. Sun salutation B adds lunges. Bend the knees, reach up. Chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Step or jump back to plank pose. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. Exhale, lower. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. From there, we take the right leg and lift it on an inhale slowly. Bend the knee, step between the hands. Back knee down at first. Rise up. Inhale as you reach up, connect the hands. Exhale to the floor, step back to plank. Shift forward, lower, chaturanga, low plank, up dog. Downward facing dog. Take that left leg, lift it. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step between the hands. Back knee to the floor, rise up. Ooh, hands up overhead. Exhale to the ground. Step back to plank. Shift it forward, low plank, up dog, and downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths. There's 2. And 3, step or jump forward. Half lift. Exhale, forward, fold. Deeper each time. Bend the knees, chair pose. Reach up. Bring your hands to your heart. Stay low. Again, reach up. Forward fold. Half lift. Inhale. Step or jump back to plank. Exhale. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower. Low plank. Up dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take the right leg up. Inhale. Step between the hands. Exhale. Keep the knee lifted this time. Rise up. Or crescent lunge. High crescent lunge. Exhale to the floor. Step back. Shift forward. Chaturanga. Low plank. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Left leg comes up. Inhale. Exhale. Step between the hands. Low lunge to high lunge. Reach up. Hands to the floor. Step back. Shift forward. Lower. Up dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. 3 breaths. Then we're moving on. Good. Moving on from here, take the feet together and then lift your right leg. Step between the hands just like we did last time. Take the back knee down. Stay in this low lunge so the fingers are in line with that right foot. Feel the back leg as you lengthen it. Then take your left hand, keep it down on the floor. Right hand reaches up for a twist. And we'll hold a few breaths in each of these poses to really feel the length that we're drawing in. And you want to be able to feel something. So if you leave the pose right away, you won't get as much out of it. The pose usually starts when you want to leave. But we won't hold too long. Okay, take your hands back down. Then walk your hands to the inside of your foot. Inside of foot, get a little longer. Tuck the back toes under and lift the knee. From here, straighten the front leg, walk the hands to the center, pivot to the side, so a wide forward fold. Fold it down. Forehead towards the floor, keep the hands down in line with the feet. Okay, lift and inhale, half lift. Walk your hands back to the right, back to your right foot. Then step back to downward facing dog. Feet together, we got the other side. Lift the left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, step between the hands. Stay steady in that low lunge. Back knee down at first. We lengthen the body. So instead of collapsing here, we're lifted. And if this is, kind of tough on your hips and your legs, you can take the hands up towards your upper leg. Okay, heading into that twist, right hand stays down, left hand goes up. Keep your right shoulder as close to your left knee as you can as you look up. And keep breathing deep. It can be harder when you twist to breathe deep because you're a little constricted in the lungs, but we do our best to slow down the breath. Bring your hands back down. Walk them to the inside of that left leg. You might have to heel toe the left foot out a little bit. Lengthen the back leg. Get a little lower in the hips. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. How about we pivot now to the right? Pivot in the legs wide, forward fold. Second time around, fold it down. So you can bring the head towards the floor. If your hamstrings are super tight, which that happens, it's okay. Bend your knees a little bit. Everyone loves this pose. I love this pose. If there's one pose I could do all the time, it'd be wide forward fold. Okay, lift up halfway, walk the hands forward, pivoting again to that low lunge. Step back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or jump forward, half lift, forward fold. Bend the knees a little as you rise up. Hands by your side. So we're going to step out wide. Not too wide though, wide enough. Not as wide as our forward fold, probably a little less wide. And then take one side. I'm going to take my right leg first. Turn, hips turn. Reach with that right hand to triangle pose. So you can take it anywhere down the leg, foot, or floor. For full triangle, feeling right hamstring. That's usually the thing that's stopping you from getting lower. And just setting this pose up, straight up with that left hand, gaze up. Take your left hand down to the floor. Now it might stay on the inside of the foot, but if you step the back foot in a little bit, square up the hips towards one side of your mat, the front. Take your left hand down and twist, reaching that right hand up. You've got revolved triangle, which is a little bit tight on that right IT band, right hip area. And also it's a balance pose, so you may fall, and that's okay. And a few breaths, as always, deep breaths. Okay, take the right hand back down to the floor. Walk the hands forward, bending the front knee, lift the back leg, standing splits. So we're working that right hamstring, walking the hands back, nose towards the knee, lift the leg without opening the hip. You want to keep the hip closed off. Point the toes for extension, that's always fun. Hold your balance steady. Okay, step the left foot back to where it was. Keep the hands on the floor or the shin into pyramid pose. So your back heel, left heel is still down. Straight legs, fold forward. That right hamstring getting a good stretch, good lengthening workout. We'll need it for our next series, next pose. Okay, hands come to your hips. Lift up. Whoa, lift up. Pivot to the other side. So now my left foot, you can take your left foot too. Maybe you're the opposite of me. Arms open. Reach that left arm. And take it to the foot or floor. Triangle pose. Reach straight up. Top hand comes down to the ground. You're going to step the back foot in a little bit so the hips can square up. So you're really just pivoting in that lower body. Right hand stays down. Left hand reaches up, twisting into your revolved triangle. Keep the legs strong. Squeeze them together. Left hand comes down to the floor. Bend the back knee, walk the hands forward, bend both knees. Lift up, lift that back leg to standing splits and straighten the legs. Walk the hands closer to your left leg. Get the nose closer to the knee or the shin. And lift and squeeze that right leg. Okay, take your right foot, that lifted foot, to back to the floor. Keep both legs straight, pyramid pose. That means the heel's on the ground, you're spinning the right foot down, folding over that front straight leg again. And you could take the hands up, more of a lengthening pose, or keep it down on the floor. Everybody's going to be a little different. If you've got a little more flexibility in your body, you're trying to gain more strength, start to squeeze and engage a little more. If you're feeling like you're a little bit tighter, just keep working at the place you're at. Keep breathing. Okay? Okay. Hands on your hips, lengthen the back. Lift up and pivot to the middle. Take your feet together. This is where we have a little bit of fun now that our legs are a little bit lengthened. We did some sun salutations to warm up our upper body. We're going to go into just some playful handstands. You can use a wall. Always a good idea. I'll show you how to do that. Or you can play in the middle of your mat. So what you do is come to down dog first. Step one foot halfway forward, right? Okay, step 1 foot forward. Shift your shoulders so they're over the hands. Lift the back leg. Keep that back leg straight, that lifted leg straight. The bottom foot, bottom knee bends. Look forward in between your fingers or just in front of the fingers. Bend that bottom knee and split leg handstand, pick up. So you can try some little ones. We're not trying to whip right into a legs together handstand. You want to be able to do that slowly. So you can try some little lifts. You know, it might look like this. You might find some hang time, hold. If you want to do this against the wall, it's pretty simple. Same thing here. Start low and then kick. Do a little bent knee at the top. That helps. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Just have fun with it. If you end up cartwheeling out, that's okay. So the best way to come out of a handstand is the lift and then the cartwheel out. But don't get used to that too much because otherwise your body will automatically do that once you kick up. It's only in case. So you want to try to go straight up, straight down. Play around with that. Have you had enough? You can push pause and keep playing if you want to, or let's just go right to child's pose. After doing some inversions, you want to be able to bring yourself down and get grounded again. So you come back to the floor in our starting pose and child's pose. Okay, let's come back up. Find downward facing dog. Step your feet forward or jump forward. Bend your knees, sitting back into a chair pose. Knees together, reach up, connect the hands. And we're going to twist it out here. So take an inhale, twist over to, it doesn't matter which side, whatever side you'd like. Elbow to the knee. Keep the knees bent evenly. And notice how your spine from tailbone to crown of the head is in a straight line forward. Not crazy wonky, straight line. Push into that top hand. Elbows stacked one over the other. And then you look up. Other side, lift to the left or right. It depends what you did first. And back to the center, reach up. Hands to your heart, sit all the way down. Sit onto your heels and then roll it back, flop. Bring your legs forward. I'm just kind of everywhere on my mat. Bend your right knee. Take it over the top, right or left. These right and lefts don't really mean anything. We'll go back and forth, don't worry. We'll even it out. So I'm taking my right foot over the top, taking a deep breath in. Twist to the right, hugging the knee and look over the right shoulder. A second twist, this time seated, so it takes the work out of the legs. So we sit up tall and stay grounded by keeping both sit bones on the floor. Okay, we switch sides, bring it to center. Switch legs, easy peasy. Hug the knee, inhale. Twist it over to the other side. You want your gaze to look about eye level behind you, past the tip of your nose. And again, deep breaths in the twist. Okay, bring it back to center. Legs straight forward. Knees down. Pull the toes back, reach up. Then fold it forward over the legs, holding onto the feet or the ankles. It doesn't matter. Just bring yourself forward and then down into a forward fold. Heading to more of the restorative or cool down postures now. Hope you had fun with that active, twisty yoga class. Okay, lift back up. Bend your knees with the toes at the top of the mat. Roll yourself down, tucking your chin. Slowly roll. Hug your knees in just to set up the spine and bend the knees a lot. Then place the feet to the floor about hip distance. Palms down. Lift your hips for bridge pose. Squeeze the shoulders together. And keep your gaze up. So the knees stay about hip distance. They like to flare sometimes. We don't have to be too high. We're just trying to open ourselves back up, open the heart. Strengthen the back of the body. Okay, lower back down. Hug your knees in. Keep your right leg in, left leg extends on the floor. And then take the right leg across your body for a twist. Your right arm lengthens, right shoulder stays down, and you look to the right, away from the legs. And it doesn't matter if the knee ever touches. We just want the shoulders anchored and the breath nice and steady, like it has been through class. Lift it back up. Reset the knee by hugging it close. Then switch sides, left knee in. And then take it across your body. Twist, reach out to the side of the left arm. Okay, bring it back up, reset the knee. Bring both knees in. Rock side to side. And then we'll take the legs straight up as an inversion. We're just going to keep the hips down and take the legs straight up. Get that blood flow circulated and our body's feeling good. So relax the arms, the shoulders. You could do this up against a wall too, with your heels on the wall. Okay, bring your knees back down. Grab your feet. A little rock side to side. You'll feel hip opening as you keep the tailbone down on the floor and rock. This is called happy baby because it looks, you know, like a little happy baby. And our last and final pose is what we're preparing for, is relaxation. We'll take our legs, extend them forward, let the feet fall open, hands rest by your side, get comfortable, and we'll spend a minute or so here. If you'd like to stop the video now and just stay here for 10 or so minutes, you are more than welcome to. So lay back, relax your body, let your body and mind absorb your practice, your twists, your inversions, and everything you have accomplished, while letting go of anything that's not serving you right now. And then just go ahead and stay here as long as you'd like. Thank you for joining, and I will see you next time.